Your dog knocked the trash over, and the second you walked in, they looked the other way. Not at the mess. Anywhere but your eyes. Most owners think that look means guilt, that their dog knows exactly what they did wrong. But that look isn't shame. It's the first move in an apology language you've been misreading your dog's entire life. And one of those apology signs wasn't even learned. It was built into your dog's face by thousands of years of evolution. Here's what they're really saying. Number 1. They won't look at you. Ever caught your dog mid-mess and watched them slowly turn their head away from you? That full-body dodge. Eyes to the floor, head turned just enough that they can still see you from the corner of their eye, but they will not meet your gaze. You probably thought that meant they knew they messed up. That's not guilt. That's negotiation. A study at Columbia University tested this by telling owners their dogs ate a forbidden treat, even when the dogs were completely innocent. The innocent dogs who got scolded showed more guilty behavior than the guilty dogs who didn't. Your dog isn't avoiding your eyes because they feel remorse. They're reading your body language, hearing your tone, and doing the one thing that's kept dogs safe for thousands of years. Making themselves less of a target. In dog language, direct eye contact is confrontation. Breaking it is a peace offering. Dogs do the same thing with each other. When two dogs meet and one feels outmatched, the first thing it does is look away. Not run, not fight, just break eye contact. Your dog looks away from you for the same reason. They're saying, I'm not a threat. Please don't be upset. It's not a confession, it's a de-escalation. But here's what most people will never realize. There's one sign your dog gives you that goes deeper than all of this. It wasn't learned, it wasn't trained, it was built into their anatomy over 33,000 years of evolution. And when you hear what it is, it might change every apology your dog has ever given you. Number 2. They lick your hand or face. That wet nose nudging into your palm right after they've done something wrong. That lick across your hand or up toward your face. That's not random affection. That's one of the oldest apology gestures in the canine world. It starts in the wild. Wolf puppies lick their mother's mouth to ask for food. It's how they say, I'm small, I depend on you, please take care of me. And that behavior never leaves. When wolves grow up, they still lick the muzzle of a dominant pack member after tension. It's the wolf version of walking up to someone you've upset and saying, I still need you. Dogs kept that instinct and aimed it at us. When your dog licks your hand after a mistake, they're not kissing you. They're running a program that's older than any breed, any training, any trick you've ever taught them. It means, I'm yours, and I need this to be okay. Your dog can feel when something is off between you, and instead of hiding, they walk over and press their tongue against your skin. That's not a random lick. That's a 30,000-year-old instinct saying, we're still good, right? And hey, if you're starting to see your dog's little gestures in a whole new light, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's help more dog owners understand what their dogs are really saying. Number 3, they lower their head. Watch your dog's posture the next time they knock something off the counter. Their head drops. Their body sinks. They shrink into themselves like they're trying to take up less space in the room. Most people read that as shame. That's not shame. That's strategy. In a wolf pack, when a younger wolf oversteps with a dominant member, the first thing it does is drop low. Head down, body pressed toward the ground. It doesn't run, it shrinks. Because in the wild, making yourself smaller tells a more powerful animal, I'm not challenging you. I know where I stand. Your dog inherited that exact instinct. They're not thinking about what they did. They're thinking about what you might do. And the fastest way to stop a confrontation before it starts? Become small. Become harmless. Your dog drops their head, not because they understand they were wrong. They drop it because every cell in their body is saying, make this tension stop. That quiet shrink? It's not weakness. It's the most sophisticated peace offering a dog has. Number 4, they yawn, but they're not tired. Your dog just chewed through a cushion. You're standing there holding the evidence, and your dog yawns, right in your face. That feels disrespectful, doesn't it? Like they don't even care. But that yawn has nothing to do with boredom. It's a stress response. When dogs feel tension rising, their brain triggers a yawn to self-regulate. It's the same thing you see at dog parks. Two dogs approach each other with stiff body language, and one suddenly yawns, not because it's tired, because it's trying to signal, I'm not here to fight. Let's bring this down a notch. Dogs use yawns the way humans use a deep breath before a hard conversation. Here's what'll surprise you. Dogs also catch yawns from the humans they're bonded with. Your dog mirrors your yawn the same way you'd mirror a friend's laugh without meaning to. The same dog who yawns when you're upset is wired to sync with your body when you're relaxed. That yawn isn't disrespect. It's your dog's nervous system saying, I feel everything you're feeling right now, and I need it to calm down. Number 5. They start sniffing everything. You're giving your dog that look, the one where they know the energy in the room just shifted, and instead of coming to you or running away, they drop their nose to the ground and start sniffing the floor, the wall, the leg of a chair, anything. That's not distraction. That's not your dog ignoring you. That's a displacement behavior. When a dog is caught between two competing impulses, approach you or flee from you, their brain short-circuits into a third option. Do something neutral. Sniff the ground. It's the dog version of pulling out your phone during an awkward silence. You're not actually reading anything. You just need somewhere to put your attention. But here's where it gets deeper. A 2022 study proved dogs can literally smell human stress. The chemical changes in your sweat and breath when you're upset. They detected it with over 93% accuracy. Your dog drops their nose to the ground because they already know you're angry. They smelled it before you said a word. That frantic sniffing is their way of pressing pause on a moment their nose already told them is bad. Number 6. They roll over, but not why you think. Your dog flips onto their back, belly fully exposed, legs in the air, and you think, okay, they're really sorry this time. They're completely surrendering, except they're probably not. Researchers analyzed nearly 250 rollovers during dog interactions and found something that stunned them. Only 9 were actually submissive. 9. The rest were defensive combat moves. Dogs on their backs were blocking bites and launching counterstrikes. The bigger dog rolled over more often. Not to give in, to gain a tactical advantage. But here's the piece that matters. That was during play. When your dog rolls over after you've scolded them, the context changes everything. That belly-up posture in front of an upset owner isn't a combat move. They're saying, you have all the control here. I'm putting myself in the most vulnerable position possible because I trust you not to hurt me. That's not casual. That's not a trick for belly rubs. That's a dog placing their entire body at your mercy. Absolute trust wrapped inside a plea for peace. Number 7. They lean into you. 5 minutes ago, your dog stole food off the table. Now they're pressed against your leg on the couch. Full body weight leaned into your side, head resting on your lap. That shift happened fast, and it was completely intentional. Dogs do this with each other too. After a scuffle at the park, the dog who caused the trouble will often walk back and press its body against the other dog. Not play, not energy, just contact. Standing side by side, shoulder to shoulder, until the tension bleeds out. It's how dogs say, we're still pack, and they bring that same instinct home to you. Think about what that means. You raise your voice at your dog, and their instinct is to move toward the noise. Not because they're confused, because in their world, closeness fixes things. Distance is the real danger. Unlike cats who vanish after tension and return on their own terms, dogs do the opposite. They run toward the problem. They press their weight into yours because physical contact is the only reconciliation language they know. That lean isn't clingy. That lean is your dog saying, I'd rather be next to you angry than far from you at all. Number 8, they bring you a toy. You're clearly upset. The mood in the room has shifted, and here comes your dog, trotting toward you with a squeaky toy hanging out of their mouth. Drops it at your feet, looks up, waits. That's not your dog being oblivious, that's your dog being brilliant. When a dog feels tension, they can't resolve directly. Their brain reaches for something familiar. Something that turned a quiet room into a happy one before. They're not bringing you a toy because they think a rubber duck fixes everything. They're bringing it because it's the closest thing they have to a conversation starter. Watch what happens after they drop the toy. They step back. They don't jump on you. They don't bark. They wait. They watch your face for any shift, any softening. That's a dog testing the water before stepping in, offering a peace treaty and holding their breath to see if you'll take it. And the second you reach for that toy, even just a glance, their whole body changes. Tail lifts, ears come forward, because to them you just accepted the apology. Number 9, they follow you everywhere. 20 minutes after the incident, you get up to walk to the kitchen. Your dog follows. You go to the bathroom. Your dog follows. You sit down at your desk. Your dog is underneath it, pressed against your feet. That shadow didn't exist an hour ago. Dogs bond with their owners at a level most people underestimate. Researchers used the same tests designed to measure attachment between human mothers and their infants, and found dogs display nearly identical patterns. Proximity seeking. Distress during separation, using the owner as a secure base. Your dog is tethered to you the same way a toddler is tethered to a parent. So when conflict happens and that bond feels threatened, everything in your dog's brain says, don't let them out of your sight. That following isn't annoying, it's anxiety. They're hovering because the most important relationship in their world just hit turbulence, and they need to know it survived. Every room you walk into, they're right behind you. Not because they forgot what happened, because they're terrified the distance means something. Number 10, they make that face. Open loop payoff. Remember earlier when I said there's one apology sign that wasn't learned or trained? That it was built into your dog's anatomy by evolution itself? This is it. Researchers compared the facial muscles of dogs to wolves, and they found something no one expected. Dogs have a muscle around their eyes that wolves almost completely lack. It does one thing. It raises the inner eyebrow. It makes your dog's eyes look bigger, rounder, and sadder. It creates what we call puppy dog eyes. Wolves don't have it. Dogs do. And the only explanation is that over 33,000 years of living alongside humans, dogs who could make that face were cared for more, fed more, kept alive more. The ones who couldn't were left behind. Your dog's sorry face isn't an act. It's not manipulation, it's evolution. Thousands of generations of dogs survived specifically because they could look at a human and make their eyes say, "Please don't give up on me." And here's what makes this hit even harder. Shelter dogs who make this face more often get adopted faster. The face works. It has always worked. Not because dogs learn to fool us, but because something in us recognizes something in them. Every time your dog looks up at you with those wide, soft, worried eyes after a mistake, you're not seeing guilt. You're seeing 33,000 years of a species reshaping its own face, just to stay close to yours. They didn't learn to say sorry. They evolved to